When I first started my personal development journey, when it comes to my divine feminine energy specifically, I had no idea how to control flow state, and it was driving me crazy.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like.
Let's talk about this, because looking back on it, it was such a huge struggle in my life. I was like, okay, it's flow state. I basically need to wait for it to show up in my life. There's no cause and effect here. And then when it leaves, and I have no control. It was so frustrating. How are you supposed to master a skill or ability that just comes and goes like that? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down everything that it took me such a long time to learn, how to actually create the environment to step into your flow and like really step into your divine feminine energy, and also how to create that, like the actionable steps that you need when you don't even feel like it. All right, friends. I am going to be reading directly from my morning and night routine that I have right now, and I'm going to be mentioning a few things that maybe I don't have implemented right now, but that are just very, very good to have. Having a great day is always something that starts at night. So this is why my nighttime routine comes before my morning routine, because to be able to show up and perform at a level in the morning, you need to have a very, very good night routine. So for me, it looks like starting by setting an ambiance for the night, okay? I need to make sure that my space is clean. So for me, what that looks like in this area of my life, in this chapter that I'm in right now, is making sure that my kitchen is clean, that my dishes are put in the dishwasher, it's set to wash. My couch, I have like a specific way to have all of the pillows and blankets, because it just makes me feel like I am living in a goddess's little palace, and it makes me happy. And so having all of these things just clean and put away, making sure that my like laundry isn't all over the place, like just making sure that when I wake up the next morning, I have a clean house, my dishes are clean, everything's been set to wash and to dry, and I can just wake up and be already in a space that is set up for success. After this, going more into the ambiance, I like to dim the lights because melatonin cannot be produced in the daylight. And ever since we started having electricity, our little body clocks have just been off, because we have electronics, we have our regular lights, and we just have so many things that are stimulating us, like even just light from the TV, and having the stimulation come from a whole person's life unveiling itself on the screen right there is just too much, okay? So at around like 9-10 o'clock, when the sun is going down, I am shutting off the lights and giving like this nice ambient lighting in my house. Something that I also like to include, depending on how I feel, is like a nice relaxing music, maybe a meditation in the back. Maybe I'm gonna sit down and do some stretching. It's not something that I do every night, but it definitely helps me get into the flow of going to bed. And I used to have like crazy insomnia. I used to not be able to fall asleep. And then it's funny because not falling asleep would create more stress, and then I'd be more anxious to fall asleep. And of course that would just keep me up longer. But ever since I implemented this into my routine, it really, really helps me just go to bed. And when I go to bed, I just fall asleep. Another thing that I want to mention here is vitamins. There are specific teas or minerals. For instance, I'm always taking magnesium before I go to bed. Some people, you can take melatonin if you have been struggling with going to bed lately, but I wouldn't recommend it always be a thing, because your body can produce that on its own. But magnesium is a great supplement to have. Always, like, I'm not giving you medical advice here, check with the people you need to check with, but having specific supplements in your routine can definitely help just get you in the mood and get that melatonin flowing. That way when you go to bed, you're just going to sleep, not just going to lay there. After I have a clean space, I got my ambient lighting in the background, I like to set out what I'm gonna be wearing for the next day. So I have 2 outfits that I wear every single day, and sometimes more, depending on how many times your girl needs like an outfit change. I at least have something that I want to like wear during my day, so like a regular outfit, and then I have a gym outfit. And your girl is like, I don't know, I think I'm on my 10th month pregnant. I think I've just been pregnant for like, a whole lifetime. But anyways, I be sweating in the gym. So sometimes my gym outfit was like my normal outfit, but now your girl's just sweating so much. She's just gross and drenched and like, I need a shower after. So I set out both outfits. I have my gym outfit for the morning that I'm either gonna do my workout or my stretching in. And then I have like my cutesy outfit, something that I actually love and that I'm proud of. And I just kind of want to add this in as a side note, like set out stuff that excites you and create a routine that excites you. Do things that is actually in alignment with yourself, not setting out like these stupid old raggedy ass clothes that you're like, I don't feel good in them, I don't like them. Like, bitch, throw it out, okay? Get it out of your house, because this carries a negative energy that is in your house, girl, okay? And we don't need that. We don't need that. We are high value women, and you know what we have around us? Things and people and places and environments and circumstances that make us feel good, okay? So if you have these raggedy ass, little stupid ass clothes, you need to be putting it in the garbage. After that, I set out my makeup. Depending on what look I'm going for that day, I like to have everything set out. That way, when I am waking up in the morning, I am just able to mosey on over, half asleep, and then just put my face on for the day, and then I just feel good about it. And this for me is actually one of my non-negotiables, because I just want to show up a certain way throughout my day. And when I look back and like the memories, I want to be like, you know what? I put in the effort to make myself feel good, and I felt better because of it. Last two things on my list for my nighttime routine right now that I have in my life is I need to have like a workspace. So we got the workout done, we got the makeup done, we got all those cutesy things done for our aesthetic and for like our just healthy girl vibe. But now we need like a working girl vibe. We need to have our goals. We need to have our ambitions. We need to have our direction where we're going. So I like to have a book, my journal, and my goals set out. I have my goals written, and this is something that I read over morning and night. That way it's just always fresh in my mind and I know exactly where I'm headed. I have my journal. That way I'm able to write down anything that is coming up or gratitude, whatever the case may be. I'm able to like get some things out of my mind that just need to be put down on paper so that I can clarify. And then I want to have good information coming in. So this for me looks like a positive book, getting that beautiful, good information that is in alignment with like divine source or whatever goal I'm working on at that moment in time. I just need to have like that information coming in. After I set up my desk, I head over to the kitchen again and I set out my water and my tea and whatever else I need for the next morning. That way it's already prepped for me and I can just go over and it is simple and easy. You hear that theme come up often, don't you? Simple and easy, because I just want it to be super easy to hit my goals in the morning. In the morning, I'm feeling tired. I am a normal person. And sometimes I just need to be able to tell myself, Kamisha, it's just putting on lashes, doing your eyebrows, and doing eyeliner, okay? That's your look for today. Push yourself through it. You're gonna feel better at the end of it. But having my makeup already be out, it's so much easier. You know, having my outfit already be picked out, it's so much easier. And I can push myself to stay up and be like still an alert individual a lot easier than I can push myself straight getting out of bed, because I'm tired, okay? I'm a normal human being. So now let's go into what we do when our alarm goes off. Just to give you guys some time frames before I jump into that, I want to let you know that in between like 9 and 11 is when I am expected to go to bed, and then in between 7 and 8 is when I get up. Actually, right now, like my alarm is just set for 7 and I just wake up as soon as my alarm goes off, regardless of how I'm feeling. But I am also like over 9 months pregnant, so baby's just hanging out in there and your girl is feeling like a life support system, so she's a little bit more tired. Before, what this looked like for me in terms of time frames, because I know that that's going to be a question, I would go to bed in between 9 and 11 and I would wake up at 5, and that was just like how your girl operated. But now I see that my body is just like, it has a demand on it, and I need to give it that space to be able to nourish this other whole little human inside of me, and that is why I have it set up like that. So if you want to be waking up at 5 a.m. but you're sleeping until 11 right now, you can do a drastic change in your life. You can just decide that you are changing absolutely everything, or you can start with baby steps and hit like smaller goals and then work yourself up to that. Obviously, you're going to know what's going to work for you best, and each person has their own style, so you can figure out what that looks like for you. But for me, that's what I have set up in my routine right now. As soon as I wake up, your girl is hungry already because the baby has been eating her food all night. So everything that I put in storage during the day, the baby's been like all night long, and I'm just waking up ravenous hungry. So I'm headed off to the kitchen. I start making my breakfast, and then I go right into reading because I just find like it's a really nice way to start my morning. I don't want to start off with like all this adrenaline and all this like powerful energy. Like I just want to start off having something to eat, doing my reading, going into my journaling, then doing my goals because my desk is already set up, everything is already laid out here, and I have everything that I need. And then after that, I move into doing a workout. So before, when I used to be able to like move my body like a normal human instead of moving kind of like a beluga, well, I used to go to the gym because I needed to have all this equipment to be able to do all these different things. And now the limit that I have on like my movement and then just like my body being like, you know what, if you keep on moving like that, I'm gonna pass out or I'm gonna give you Braxton Hicks. I just can't deal with her vibe. So your girl has just been going in the building. But normally what I would do is I would have like this bumpin' music playlist. Like I would be like, 5 a.m. going to the gym. Yeah, and I was just vibing it out. And I was like, yeah. And then I show up at the gym and I'm like, yeah. And then I have a great workout and then I come out and I'm like, yeah, like I feel so good and I love that. But what it's been looking like for me is like having my podcast that I listen to at the gym, and I just go and work out in our building, and then I come back home and then I take my shower. Then I do my makeup, and then I get ready and actually like put on my cutesy outfit because I already had my gym clothes set out from the night before. Now I have something that I actually like feel good in. I feel good because I showered and I did my makeup, and most of the time I don't feel like it, but I just push myself through. And then later when I'm walking past the mirror, I'm like, ooh girl, like, ooh, she killing it, ooh, she's looking good, I like that. And I feel like in specific seasons of your life, it's more important. And I know I'm bringing up pregnancy a lot, but it's because I am around and it's on my mind because it's also on my bladder and it's just on everything that I own in my body right now. But in this particular season of life, I'm not feeling like the hot person that I want to feel like. I'm not feeling incredibly sexy. I'm not feeling all of these things. And so doing my makeup and having that as like a pillar in my routine, and I had that before I entered this moment of like challenge and adversity in my life, it was already a routine. It was already something that I was doing on the regular. And I just forced myself to keep it in there because I knew the benefits that it had on me when I wasn't having any struggles with how I looked and my self-confidence and my ego being like, oh my God. And so that helped me out so much. So now that I have that in my routine and it's implemented, I understand the value of it and I just keep it in there because it is so important. We have done all the things. We have eaten breakfast, we've gone to the gym, we had a great workout, now we have our makeup on, we have a cute outfit on. I like to get into meditation because if your workout was actually good, you should already be in a meditative state and you should just be like vibing it out, like Zen Master Yoda. And so I like to just take a minute to really tap in to the divine. And sometimes, depending on how good my workout was, I might even just do this at the gym. Like sometimes after a leg day, I'm just like, I need to lay here for like 5 minutes. Like I look dead, I'm not dead, I'm fine. Just don't touch me, don't talk to me, don't make any noise. I just need 5 minutes to like connect to like my inner self and talk to the universe and just have a minute, because you expend so much energy out that you're just like vibing with here and now. And I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it because it's such a good feeling. And if you are not working out that intensely, girl, like why are you doing that to yourself? Because if you push yourself, you're probably doing this, okay? And if you just did this, like you're missing this, you see my fingers right there, you see that space, this, you're already doing all of this. You're already putting in all of this fucking effort and you're not pushing yourself to the max. And so you're not actually getting the full benefit that you need to be able to get the beautiful divine feminine energy, like just flowing to you after. Like you feel like, and you're just in alignment with the universe and it just feels so good. So after you push yourself to the absolute max and then you do a little meditation, and it doesn't matter if it's before or after your makeup, whatever, but it is so important to connect to the divine because you're connecting to your inner self, and then you're gonna be bringing in that divine feminine energy. Ooh, I got goosebumps, girl. Okay, after that, Something that I love is like just getting out for a walk in the early morning. Like the sun is rising, the air is crispy, and you're like, oh yes, nature. I love nature. And then you get out and then you can see the colors, you can see the sunrise, you can hear the birds chirping. Oh my God, girl, like this is gold, okay? And then when you wake up and you are in your day with everyone else, you know that they like woke up late and they've been rushing and they're like through their whole day. And you know, like in the depths of your soul that you were not like that this morning, and that you were able to connect to the universe before everyone was able to connect to the universe. And it just feels so good to have like that level of organization in your day. So going out for a walk, it could be a bike ride, doesn't matter, but getting out into nature early in the morning is just like, oh, it's a sacred moment. I kind of just mentioned this, but the last thing on my list that I have is watching the sunrise. Obviously, if you're outside and it is early in the morning and the sunrise just happens to be happening, then you can be watching the sunrise, but you can use like any of these things or a blend of these things. When I have thick adversity in my life, these things change. My schedule changes. And right now, to me, even though yes, it is pregnancy, it is a miracle, it's beautiful, it's all of this stuff, it's really creating an adversity in my life. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you, okay? I'm not supposed to be this big. I step on the scale and I'm like weighing more than my boyfriend and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And so when you have adversity come into your life, then you're gonna modify your things a little bit. You're gonna be keeping the same essence of them. When things are going well, then you can have like a more structured routine, but you need to have like, if everything hits the fan this morning, this is my bare minimum, this is what I'm gonna do. And then you have like one plan of what you're gonna do if it's just really rough. That way you can honor not having as much energy, because we are women, we are going through our cycles, we are in flow, and we need to honor not having as much energy and not being able to like show up at that level. And that's totally fine. And this is something that took me a long time to realize, because when I felt like I had low energy and I knew that I was like, you know, I'm obviously fluctuating, but like when I would feel that I was at this low, I would like strong arm my way back up. That's not divine feminine energy. Can you please just take a minute, just take a minute, okay? And I would try to strong arm my way back up to having like a good mood, and then I would create this resistance down here, and you know what would happen like 9 times out of 10? Your girl would get sick. I would get like a minor cold, or I would get something that would literally force me to take some time off. That way I could accept being in a lower energy state. When you understand this about the divine feminine, and when you understand this about yourself, it just becomes a lot easier. You can just be like, oh, I have 2 schedules. And then when you are feeling low and you have that low energy and things are hard, the adversity is thick, you're feeling fat, you are like, this is what I do. And we still push ourselves because just attaining that is hard, okay? But when this is easy, you go over to this one and then this is hard. You're still getting that good dopamine from doing something hard. You're still pushing yourself and you're still evolving no matter what season or chapter of your life that you're in right now. All right, ladies, rather I am gonna see you here next week on Monday when our other YouTube video drops, or I'm gonna see you in the Academy on our weekly call. I will be seeing you soon.